All right, Shalom. For the foremost, we give our praise, glory, and honor to you. How about Shem Yahushai? By Hashem Halakah, Kodash Bakatham. Give honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all I can across the globe, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. Sadai Nawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago. This little open forum, didn't really have much, but the word of the Lord is not going to be prolonged, man. All right. He has declared the end from the beginning. The word will not come back void. He's going to accomplish that which he pleases. All right, so we got to understand that the Lord is working on his time, and he's bringing these prophecies into fruition, man. All right, whether you want to believe it or not, the word of the Lord is working. The Lord is working a work. All right, and we must acknowledge that these prophecies are coming to pass. And guess what else is going to come to pass? The destruction of Babylon, Esau's captivity, but more importantly, the salvation and the everlasting kingdom for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the Israelites. All right, we're going to Ezekiel 12 and 25. It says, "For I am the Lord Yahweh. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O your rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh." All right, so we know the Lord made promises. All right, he's not a man that's going to lie. He's unchangeable. He's immutable. All right, so you think that you have a lot of time left. All right, you think that you have, years to, build your house and watch your kids get raised and go to college and watch your grandkids and, retire off the 401k and their pensions. But the Lord is cutting these days short, man. All right. So again, the word of the Lord came to me saying, "Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesieth of things of the time that are far off," man. All right. Our people think that, that they've been hearing this word and the so-called fire and brimstone preaching and the world gonna get destroyed doctrine, so to speak, Armageddon, and the end of the world. But these times are upon us, man. All right, you can no longer say that the mark of the beast is not here. The RFID microchip, which is the Quran we talk about in Revelations, man. You can't say that that the wicked are not ruling when you can clearly see the works and the fruit of their labors, man, being in rulership. The alphabet agenda, the pedophilia rings and the sex trafficking rings, and all these wars and rumors of wars. You see, these days are upon us, man. You see, you can no longer sit here and say that, that your dollar is worth the same as it was 20 years ago. All right? We are living in the end of the end times, man. All right? And these days are speedily approaching. All right, lucky. I want to get something else, but I want to say that. We could just, this is 2 Peter 3 and 4. Second Peter 3 and 3. So knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. Yeah, and these people are scoffing the upcoming day of the Lord. They're scoffing the prophecies, thinking that the Lord won't perform his work. All right? So therefore, they're putting it off in their mind to walk after their desires, man. All right? They're continuing in their abominations and their idolatry. All right? And they come across the camps or come across the videos and they mock. They say, "My grandma been talking about this for a long time," and all these other things. All right? But we know that the Yahweh Shai is revealing these things into us, man. Amos 3 and 7 says he will do nothing but reveal his secrets into his servants, the prophets. And we are the ones who actually know and could actually read the signs of the times, man. All right. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the father fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Right? So you didn't have your mom died, your grandma died, your great grandma died, they took you to church, and everybody talking about waiting on the Lord, or waiting on the Lord to return. All right. But you're asking, but here you are grown up now with your own kids and grandkids, and you're like, no, this can't be true. They've been saying this since I was a kid. Well, guess what? Things are ramped up, and things are not the same as they were from the beginning of the creation, man. All right, wickedness has increased. All right, the earth is more defiled and polluted. All right, iniquity has been bound, and the love of many have waxed cold. So this is very, very much at the end, man. All right, these times that we are talking about are surely coming to pass, man. All right, and you can't sit here and ignore the signs of this weird weather that we're having, those so-called accidental train derailments. Okay, the GMO foods. You see. All right, these things, the pedophilia agenda, man, the fall of the dollar. All right, all these things are so-called new right now, man. All right, the world is increasingly wicked and growing more wicked by the day. The number 23 and 19 says, the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? All right. You see, the Lord has ordained the end from the beginning. The Lord has spoken, man. All right. He has gave us the beginning, the middle, and the ending of these times, and all of it lines up to prophecy. And prophecy is being fulfilled every day. It's Isaiah 55 and 11. It says, so shall the word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing which I sent it. All right. So the word of the Lord is not in vain, man. Okay. What he says is what's going to happen, man. All right, and it's going to do the utmost to the letter to the T of the letter, to the dotting of the I of the letter. All right, to execute all things that the Lord said he wanted to do. And there's nothing that can be done to stop it. You can take away YouTube, you can crash social media, okay? You can create these false narratives with this AI and these false flags, all right? But you cannot stop the prophecy from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's going to happen, man. We're seeing the fall of Esau's kingdom, Egyptian against the Egyptian, man, neighbor against neighbor. All right, that's all part of the Lord's plan, man. All right, and there's nothing no one can do to stop it, man. All right. So I would do all my pleasure. I don't know why this cord is doing this today. Isaiah 46 and 10. It says, Isaiah 46 and 9, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like unto me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right, man? The Lord ordained, the Lord has put us prophesied about us back then that we're going to be here in this day and time, right? I'm preaching the gospel, man. Right, doing the work. Okay. You see, the men of the Lord are here through the prophecy, through the ordaining, all right, of Yahweh Shemel Shai unto the men of the Lord, man. All right. You see, and the Lord prophesied. He said, I was standing against great kingdoms. All right. And that's what we're doing. We're prophesying against this kingdom, man. And it's always been that way. We've been set up from the beginning to declare the ending of this place. All right, which is Babylon, which is America. All right, and this is the will of the Lord, man. All right, and this is what he's putting in motion as these prophecies, man, to let everybody know that he's the Lord that's doing these things, man. All right. This is Habakkuk 1:5. It says, "Behold, ye young men, so like behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously. I will work a work in your days which you will not believe, though it be told to you," man. All right. So are we amongst the heathen? All right, and we're seeing the work of the Lord, the beginning works of the Lord being fulfilled, man. You have the earthquakes in diverse places, man. All right, you have these people, the other nations, establishing their own currency. All right, the dollar is crashing. All right, the microchip is here, man. All right, the Fed now, the digital currency is set up. With all these, all roads lead to the mark of the beast, man, to the RFID microchip. All right, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what the Lord has given us as a sign of the end, is when our microchip is getting to be mandatory. All right, we're coming after the Bible, we're coming after the men of the Lord. All right, and this is something that's been prophesied about many years ago. All right. Creator. Ecclesiastes 12:1. So remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. So we got to remember the Lord now, man, while we still can, while it's still light, while it's still time of repentance. Because them days come, man, and the Lord is going to take us off the street. That famine of word is going to come. And what are you going to do? You're going to come for the wise virgins to get the oil, and they're not going to be having it. All right? All right, you're not going to be able to hear this word, to have access to the men of the Lord. Why? Because martial law is going to be going on, curfews and concentration camps and beheadings and violence is going to be all through the streets. You see? So now is the time to get right before you get left. All right, because the prophecies and the work and the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, is going to come. It's going to come to pass, man. You know? So it's time to get it together, man. I'm going to say shalom.